Next expression for the concentration of the solution is parts per million, denoted by ppm. It is used when solute present in trace amount, mean when solute is present in very less amount as compared to solvent, then we use ppm, parts per million. Million means 10 raised to power 6. ppm is equal to mass of solute upon mass of solution into 10 raised to power 6, mean the amount of solute in gram present in 10 raised to power 6 gram of solution. Now, what is the importance of different expression of the concentration in different areas? First one, mass percentage. Its importance is in case of industrial chemical applications for commercial purpose. Next, volume percentage. It is used in case of special mixture like that 35% V by V solution of ethylene glycol give rise to an antifreeze solution that we will discuss later. What is antifreeze and what is the function of antifreeze? Next importance, mass by volume percentage. This expression of the concentration is used in case of medicines and pharmacy, and the ppm, parts per million, is used in case of atmospheric pollution in cities and presence of pollutants in water. Next expression, and the important expression, that is mole fraction, denoted by chi, or we can say small x or capital X. It may be defined as the number of moles of component upon total number of moles of all components, called as mole fraction. For example, for a binary solution, solute plus solvent give rise to solution. Solute can be represented by English alphabet capital B, solvent capital A. There are two components, so it is called binary solution. And number of mole of solute can be represented by NB, number of mole of solvent represented by Na, and like that mole fraction of respective component is represented by Xb and Xa. So mole fraction of a component A for solvent, is equal to number of moles of that component, that is solvent, upon total number of moles of both components, solvent as well as solute. Like that mole fraction for solute will be is equal to number of mole of solute upon number of mole of both components, solvent as well as solute. And one of the important point for in this case, for a given solution, sum of all the mole fraction is unity, mean both the component solute as well as solvent both have some value is equal to 1. So we can calculate it, the mole fraction of A means solvent, by the help of subtracting mole fraction of solute from the 1 unity. Importance of mole fraction, vapor pressure and gaseous mixture. In case of vapor pressure and gaseous mixture, we generally used the term mole fraction, the unit mole fraction. We will discuss it later. Next one, the examples of mole fraction from NCERT textbook, example number 2.1 at page number 38. Calculate the mole fraction of ethylene glycol in a solution containing 20% of ethylene glycol by mass. Chemical formula of ethylene glycol is C2H6O2. So you have to find out mole fraction of the component ethylene glycol in a particular solution, and the percentage is given 20% of ethylene glycol by mass. The solution will be 20% mass by mass of ethylene glycol, means what? There are two components, solute plus solvent give rise to solution. Solute in this case is ethylene glycol and solvent is water. Total solution is 100 gram. Why 100 gram? Because this percentage means 100 part. So in case of mass, it is taken as 100 gram. So you have solute amount 20 gram, solvent amount 80 gram. Then find out number of mole of respective component. Number of mole of ethylene glycol can be calculated as chemical formula for calculating number of mole is equal to given mass of a substance upon molar mass of that substance. So 20 gram upon ethylene glycol have molar mass 62 gram per mole. So number of mole in case of ethylene glycol will be 0.322 mole. And in case of water, number of mole will be given mass of solvent is 80 gram and molar mass for water is 18 gram per mole. So 4.44 mole for water can be calculated as. Then find out the mole fraction of ethylene glycol is equal to number of mole of ethylene glycol upon number of moles of both component ethylene glycol as well as water. By putting the number of moles of solute upon solution, the mole fraction in case of ethylene glycol will be 0.068 with no unit, because mole fraction are unitless expression. You have 1 mole fraction in case of solute, so you can be calculated mole fraction of other component by subtracting by 1. Mole fraction in case of water will be 1 minus 0.068, that is 0.932 mole fraction of second component, that is water. Next expression and the important concentration terms, molarity denoted by capital M, number of mole of solute dissolved in 1 liter of solution, or we can say decimeter cube. Molarity is equal to moles of solute upon volume of solution in liter. Number of mole of solute can be calculated by the given formula. N is equal to weight of solute small w upon molar mass capital W. Then formula will be M for molarity is equal to weight of solute molar mass of solute into V should be in liter, and the solution formed by this process is called as molar solution, and the unit will be mole per liter. What is the importance of the molarity? As molarity is inversely proportional to volume, so molarity is dependent on volume, and volume is temperature variable parameter, so it is temperature dependent and can be varied with small changes in temperature. So it is not favorable method for expressing the sensitive concentration in industry. If volume is taken in ml or centimeter cube, then the formula will be molarity is equal to weight of solute upon molar mass of solute into 1000 upon V, and the unit will be mole decimeter cube per decimeter cube or mole per liter. That is important expression for the molarity. Next one, 1 molar is equal to 1 molar solution. 1 capital M indicate that it is 1 molar solution. 0.5 M or M by 2 means semi-molar, semi means half. 0.1 M or M by 10 means decimolar, deci means 10, 1 by 10 denote deci. 0.01 capital M or M by 100 means centimolar, centi means 100, centi denote to 100. 0.001 capital M or M by 1000 means millimolar. So all are different expression for the molarity having different molar concentration. Second method for molarity, let D is the density of solution in gram per milliliter. Let it contain X percentage of solute by mass then mass of 1 liter solution is equal to 1000 into d gram, as density is equal to mass upon volume. So from this expression, the mass of 1 liter solution will be 1000 d gram. Mass of solute in 1 liter, this is the mass of 1 liter solution, but in this case mass of solute in 1 liter will be x by 100 into 1000 into d gram. So number of mole of solute for 1 liter is equal to mass of solute in gram upon molar mass of solute is equal to x into d into 10 upon में w. W is the molar mass of solute. So molarity is equal to number of mole of solute, volume of solution in liter. So from this expression, molarity will be x into d into 10, which is the number of mole of solute, upon में capital W, that is indicate molar mass of solute, and volume of solution in this case is 1 liter. So again the second expression for the molarity, if you have given density of the solution, molarity of dilution, what will be the result after dilution of a solution? So before dilution, molarity is M1 and volume is V1. After dilution, it will be changed into M2 V2. It is known as the equation for molarity of dilution. M1 V1 is equal to M2 V2. M1 V1 is the initial condition, M2 V2 is the final condition. Molarity of mixing. Molarity of mixing, there are three solutions A, B and C having molarity M1, volume V1, molarity M2, volume V2, molarity M3, volume V3, but all these solutions have same solvent and same solute. On mixing, what will be the resultant molarity? It can be found out by the help of this expression. Volume of resultant will be the sum of all the three volume, V1 plus V2 plus V3. So M1 V1 plus M2 V2 plus M3 V3 is equal to MR. MR indicate for resultant molarity. V1 plus V2 plus V3. So resultant molarity will be calculated as M1 V1 plus M2 V2 plus M3 V3 upon VR. VR indicate for resultant volume.